Hello, my name is Carole. Welcome to my sewing room for #Friday Sews. Now, lots of people on their channel show you wonderful garments they've been making, blouses, jackets, coats. I have today to show you probably my most embarrassing make, but it's something I really needed. So you know me, I love having a bit of a laugh, taking things very lightly on my channel. So I will show you this make that I did this week. I also want to talk about this hyping people's videos. I want to talk to you about that because it was actually brought to my attention this week. So we'll have a chat about that. And of course, because I haven't done a massive amount of sewing this week, I will be showing my Fridays 5 and 5. So that's 5 garments that I've worn this week of my maids in 5 minutes. So I can't wait to just sit down and let's get chatting. I actually don't know what I would do without having a channel to refer back to, because I was wearing this t-shirt today and I thought, well, I'll present my video in it, but I have no idea what pattern it was. So I had to scroll back through all my videos to see if by any chance any of my thumbnails had me in this t-shirt. Luckily it did, and it was. It's not a great fit on me, and I never, I think I said that at the time. It was the Stylark Gem Knit Tee. When I bought it, I thought it looked a very sort of not oversized, but quite relaxed fit t-shirt. The reality was it was quite tight on me. Now, with Stylark, I'm never sure what size to do. I did an 8. I've done a 6 in jumpers before, so maybe I should have gone up, I don't know. But that is what I'm wearing today, but thank goodness I have my channel to refer to. Also, I used it for one of the garments I'll show you in the Fridays 5 and 5, because I had no idea what pattern I used for that. If I was more organised, I would write everything down. So I have sewn a couple more of the Project Dresser Girl dresses. So this, of course, I'm sure you all know, is from Marie Sews. Arranges this for September when everybody gets and sews their dresses, and I think there was something like 7,000 last year made in September. So we've got to get past that figure, haven't we? Oh, wouldn't it be amazing if we got to 10? But so I sew my dresses and I use the same pattern I've shown you for the last 3 weeks running. So I've done another 2. This is New Look 6386. I used the princess seam just to put pockets in the side, and I'll just show you the 2 I made. Made 2 last week, 2 this week. I think I'm up to about 6. I want to do a couple more. I've got a couple more cut out anyway. So this is the little one. Again, sort of coordinating fabrics, and that's where I make that into a pocket there, and the older one. So 2 more of those. But apart from the embarrassing thing I have to show you, that's all I've really been sewing. I did have a bit of a tidy up, I will admit, today. I'm going to put some footage in of now, because I was going to start a new project, and I looked around the sewing room and I thought, I'm not doing anything until I sort this room out. So I'll put that footage in now. Okay, this is the bare bones of it all. I'm looking around this room thinking, where do I begin? I've got patterns all over the place there. I've got stuff all over my table. There's always stuff all over my table. I've got fabric that needs to be sorted. I've got stuff on the floor. I've got Classic FM on the television to keep me sane, and I've just got cones everywhere that's not been put away. All these, oh, look at the mess of all those. That could be so much better. And I'm just stood here thinking, where do I begin? 2 hours later, and we definitely have an improvement. I've put all the new patterns away. I've got rid of a chunk of them, and we're filling up my drawers. I used to have 2 mannequins. I've actually just put one in one of these cupboards here. Table's still a mess, but that's ready for Friday Sews filming. That corner is certainly better. Put all those bits of fabric away. And if I spin round, although that's jumbly, there's not much I can do about it. It definitely looks better, and I've sorted all the fat quarters as well. So yeah, all in all, quite pleased, and see how long it lasts. So I'm now going to show you my embarrassing garment, and then we'll go on to Friday's 5 in 5. Now don't forget, I always try and put timestamps in the description box just below the video title, so you know where, if you want to skip to that bit or bypass me yakking on about something. So I can't believe I'm showing this. Okay, so obviously I have longer hair, and I don't want to get my hair wet or wash it every day. So I use a shower cap. Not very glamorous, I know lots of us use them, but I had one that I've had for years and years and years. Now I've got a lot of different sort of toilet bags. We travel a lot, we go to the holiday home a lot, we go to my son's a lot, so I have a lot of sort of toilet bags already geared up so I can just grab them and go. So quite a lot of them have shower caps in, but this one was for home, and it's so old and so manky. I thought I'd wash it and it more or less fell apart. So this was the fabric it was. As I said, it's just so embarrassing. So I thought, I'm going to take it apart and I'm going to make another one, because the ones you get now are quite flimsy, and I don't want one of those plastic, like you have a paper bag or plastic bag on your head. But I thought, I don't know how to draw a big circle to get the shower cap, so I'll have to take it apart. So I did in fact take it apart so I could draw round it. Really simple thing to make. Apart from getting a protractor out and a bit of string, I couldn't really work out how you could do a circle. If anyone's got a secret to that, then let me know. So anyway, drew around that, and I have created my own. Now I had an old plasticky shower curtain that my mum gave me ages ago, so I used that for the lining, as this had kind of a ripstop lining in it, and then the outer, so it's 2 layers. But I then did have some Liberty fabric, and I thought, why not make myself a classy Liberty shower cap? So that's what I did, and this is the finished version. So inside is the, as you can see in the shower cap, it's got a nice leaf design, the shower curtain, and I've just basically, 2 circles, put some elastic, made the channel, put some elastic through. There we go, not rocket science at all. Now when I took that old shower cap apart, I expected to find sort of like 5mm elastic in it. It wasn't, it was a very thin elastic. So I thought, brilliant, I need to use this up. This was this mask elastic. So obviously we bought it all in bulk when we were making COVID masks, didn't we? So it's a really soft, stretchy elastic. So I used that. So here we have, and I'm going to give you a giggle because I'm going to model it for you. Why not? Then you know it works. So you can imagine me going for my shower, put my shower cap on. What do you think? So I brushed my hair again, now I'm back. It's actually quite a good idea for a Christmas present for a lady, I think. So I'm going to keep that as my template and maybe have another go at them, because I can make one for my daughter in a Disney fabric. That would be cool. Right, let's get on with Friday's 5 garments in 5 minutes. Now there's a pair of trousers that's going to feature twice actually in this, but in different formats. So first of all, I am wearing the Friday Pattern Company Donny shirt. Now this was a shirt I made out of some quite cheap viscose chalet, and I love this. I've shown this many times before. It was quite wild, but I absolutely love this. I've made 2 versions of this, and I have to say, I'm a big Fall fan, but I really, really do like this. I always lengthen it because it's really short. So even me, and I'm only 5'2", I put 2 inches on this. I always sew this little bit up as well because I'm always a bit nervous of it being low. Even sort of leaning forward, I get a bit nervous of it. But yeah, that was a shirt I wore. I did indeed wear them with these trousers. Now, I don't know if you remember these, but these were my ultimate favourite trouser pattern, Simplicity 8841. And they're going to feature again in a minute. But I love these so much because you can do so much with them. These I made slightly cropped, but for an experiment this time, I put 4 darts in. They're about 5 inches long, front and back. And what it did was make them kind of like barrel leg trousers, very similar to the very popular bob pants by Style Arc. I've got my lovely friend Trish calls them pork chop pockets. So we've got the pork chop pockets on the front, fully elasticated waist. I always put 2 pockets in the back. But yeah, these were my experiment of kind of a barrel leg trouser in a really lightweight viscose linen, and I absolutely love them. Here we are back again with the 8841s. Now, I have to say, I know this is kind of quite scruffy. These are my favourite trousers I have ever made. I made these about 5 years ago in a really light denim. Straight off that, didn't really mess around with it at all. I've worn them so much, they've got that lovely faded denim look as well. 2 pockets in the back, 2 of these pork chop pockets in the front, slightly wide leg. I did a lovely deep hem. These trousers come out every year, and I have saved them so many times with stains on, where I've got a grease stain or something, but every time I think I will never be able to replicate them because they're so faded just how I like them. But I live in these trousers spring and summer, so they're going to have to go away again. But I was taking my grandson to a theme park, so I wanted to dress casual. The top is New Look 6626. It actually started out life as a dress. It was a very light viscose jersey I made quite early on in my YouTube, probably the first year. It is a really nice dress. Now it's funny actually because that's a top and a skirt, but it is a dress as well. It's a really good little pattern. Now, I didn't like the dress because this fabric clings, and I made it quite slim. So about a year ago, I think I chopped it off and made it into a top. It's got this lovely little tie detail here, which you can have up or down, whatever. But no, I just chopped it off and made it into a top, and I've got so much more wear out of it. Absolutely love it. I need to make another one of these, and I keep saying that and I don't. But yeah, that was 2 more garments, so I've got 1 more to show. The trousers I'm going to show you was a combination of 2 patterns, and the only way I remembered that was to go back through my channel and actually look at what I did. So they are a very lightweight viscose twill pair of trousers that I wanted to look cargo-esque. So I used Simplicity 1377. Absolutely love these, nice slim leg. And I also put elastic on the bottom of these and added the side pockets from these and back pockets. So yeah, got the elasticated bottom, which and this is the only pair I've ever done apart from a pair of joggers. I've done the side pockets from that other pattern, but I didn't put the flap over because the flap is annoying, so I just put a little button there. You've got the 2 front pockets here. You've got 3 channels here, but 2 are elastic and 1 is nothing. But it's quite high-waisted, but it is quite slimming on me, much better than some others. 2 back pockets. As you can see, very floaty, perfect for spring and the changing weather we have. So yeah, I enjoy wearing these week. They feel so soft on, just marvellous. So kind of a combination of the 2, but I would recommend that trouser pattern 1377 and 6644. I've got a couple of patterns to show you that I picked up recently in a charity shop, but I want to talk to you about this hype. Now, it's funny actually because I came across it. I was watching someone's video the other day and I was going to make a comment and it came up, hype this video. I thought, what on earth is that? And I still wanted to make the comment, so I had to kind of go out the video and come back in. And somebody messaged me with that exact thing the other day saying they wanted to comment, but to get to actually put a comment, they had to get past this hype thing. So I did a bit of research. I mean, YouTube sends us so many emails of the changes they're doing. I'm naughty, I don't read it all. But so I've looked into this hype. So what it is, I think it's encouraging the smaller channels, it's encouraging the viewers to kind of, you can press hype this video and it kind of boosts up in the ratings, or it gives you so many points, and you get more points the less subscribers you have, and you go on this leaderboard. That I've no idea, I don't care about that, but you get 3 free hypes a week, I think it is, and the videos that come out, you only get this hype option for 7 days. Now, this is the bit I want to say. If you want to hype my video, that's fine. I've actually, the funny thing is, I wanted to know what happened when you did. So I've gone through all the videos I can find, all the people I watched, but it didn't come up again. So I don't know actually what happens if you do. I will say, so you get 3 hypes a week, but they are bringing in, if you want any more than that, then you start having to pay to hype someone's video up. Now, I want to make it clear from now, do not ever pay to watch my channel. I mean, obviously I have the adverts, and if you want to know where that money goes, that money is sat in a pot to actually upgrade my embroidery machine at some point. So that's where that goes. I'm not in it for the business. I'm just sharing my hobby with you, and that's all it is. But what I wanted to say was, don't ever think that you have to pay to watch my channel or pay to hype my video when they bring that in, because they are going to be bringing that in. So for now it is free, you get 3. I don't know what happens when you do. I'm not particularly worried. So as I say, I'm not in this for business. So but that's what this hype thing is, just kind of, and it's a nice idea to kind of boost up the smaller channels, so you get more points the smaller channel you are than the bigger, which I think is quite a nice idea. But just thought I'd chat to you about that. So never pay to watch this content. So I happen to be in a charity shop, and I'm now looking out for patterns. We need to grab them when we see them. So I did see a couple. Now, the funny thing is, I have had this pattern, but I gave it away. But I'm desperate to hang on to these patterns. So it was only £1, so I picked that one up. Maybe that in the future I'll make this top. Trousers are a bit, I've got lots of trouser patterns that look like that, but quite interested in that top. But I did have it and I gave it away. So I've now got it back. And this is quite an old one, Butterick 3383, but it is quite a good kind of basic-y pattern. So I didn't pay £6.24, I paid another £1. So I got that one as well. I went into Hobby Lobby. No, I didn't go into Hobby Lobby. I went into Hobbycraft the other day, and they normally just got some pattern stands, just a couple with patterns in. They had hardly any patterns, so it does make me think whether they're going to stop selling them as well. They only used to sell a small selection anyway, but they did have this one. Again, I didn't pay £11 for it. I did have this one, and I gave it away because I was thinking it's so much like my magic dress, but it's fuller. But then I saw Diane, Silver Thread Sewing, had made it last year, I think. It looked amazing on her. So, and I went hunting with the pattern, and I knew I'd obviously given it away. So I've dug that back out. So 3 patterns to add to my drawers. And obviously if you saw that bit of me tidying the drawers, you'll know that yeah, I made some space out of there. I think I pulled out about 10 or 12 patterns that I will be donating, but I just know I'm never ever going to make those patterns. So what else have I had to talk to you about? This week I put out a video, #ADifferentView. Now this is a fun challenge for myself, just to try different views on patterns that I sew all the time, because I tend to have a top pattern I go to, but it will have other views as well, which I tend to ignore. And obviously, as I said just now, we don't know the future of paper patterns, so I need to explore what the options I have in my pattern collection already. So I'm just going to do this. I've got another one coming out next week. So I made a pair of trousers this week. I'll put a link to that video. But I've made something else from a very well known pattern of mine next week. So that video will come out. There probably won't be a Friday Sews next week because I am away with my parents. Now, I'm quite happy filming in front of my husband, but there's no way I'm going to film in front of my parents. So what I might do, and I have never done this in the 3 years I've been doing hashtag Friday Sews, is I might actually put one out on the weekend, because I will be back sort of Friday, Saturday, so I could do a late one, and I've never done that before. So keep your eyes peeled for that, and see if I've sewn anything. Not sure if I'll have time, but there we go. One more fun thing for you. When we were away last week, we did loads of crosswords. We always do crosswords, and I've talked to you on the channel before about the pressure I feel when it's a sewing question. So it's a word that I should know. So this was a hard wearing cotton fabric, 7 letters, beginning with N. Here we go. So many times I wanted to put nylon in. Now I know nylon isn't cotton fabric. So I'm afraid I had to cheat, and the answer was nankeen. Now, normally there are some viewers out there that will tell me all about that, and I know I could Google it, but anybody else ever heard of nankeen? Because I certainly hadn't. I'm going to leave it there with hashtag Friday Sews. Now, don't forget, this was a course started by Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room, my hero for starting this wonderful hashtag. Just where we chat to you every week, and it just all gives us a chance under this one hashtag to enable us to do that. Now, as I said, next week we'll be away. Hopefully I'll have better weather with my parents than I had when we were away last week, Chris and I. It was dire, and it's been very rainy this week. Our country needed rain though, so things are looking green again. The photos I'll put at the end are, we did visit a subtropical garden just before we left our holiday home and came home, so I put some flowers in there. And also this week I've been just looking after my youngest grandson who starts school. He will start school this week, but he had a couple of days where he was just sort of killing time. No preschools weren't back or anything, so I had him for 2 days running, few hours. And the last time I'll probably have him one-on-one. I've had the boys during the summer, but one-on-one with him. We had an amazing time. He's so funny to be around. He gives me lessons on how to take pictures. He always wants me to take pictures of everything, like a magpie or anything. But then he had a go with my camera as well, and he tells me how to zoom in and things. It's incredible what they know, isn't it, at such a young age? But yes, we had some fun, so I might put some photos in there. So thank you as ever for joining me. Thank you for being kind and spending some time with me in my sewing room. I hope you found this amusing, and I really hope you enjoyed the shower cap footage. I can now use that. Now I've shown you, I can use that. So I'm quite excited about my Liberty shower cap. So I will see you soon. Watch out for the video next week on hashtag a different view, and I will see you hopefully next weekend, if not before. Thank you for joining me. Bye-bye and happy sewing. Bye.